everybody, I'm Scott and I'm an American in Bangkok. Today I want to go over 3 things that you need if you're going to move to Thailand. And I think they're very, very important. And actually, you really need them even when you're visiting here. Okay, and I mean, I guess this could apply to many different places, many different destinations. But this is what I think are the most important things. One thing, and I've talked about this recently, is medical insurance. Travel insurance, medical insurance, whatever it is, you need some kind of insurance to cover you, because if you're in a foreign country and you happen to have an accident, and accidents happen, you're screwed if you have no insurance and you're not well off. I mean, listen, if your bill is 10 grand and you got a couple hundred grand in the bank, then it's not a big deal. But if you've only got 3 grand in the bank and you spend it on going to Thailand and you got nothing left and you got a $10,000 bill, not good. So insurance is number 1. Number 2 is flexibility. Now, I debated on whether to say this would be tolerance or flexibility, but I say flexibility because if you're coming here to work, I'll give you an example. When I first came here, I had no idea what to do, okay? Then I started running out of money, and just because I wanted to make ends meet and I wanted to stay here, I started teaching English. That only lasted for a few months. My buddy offered me a job to work in a print shop that he was starting up. Probably highly illegal, but I guess I could have been a consultant or something like that. But I worked for him for a couple of, I don't know, probably 6 months. And then it was about around that time when I decided, hey, you know what, I need to go back to the United States and start doing something. I need to start trying to make some money because I'm just scraping by here. So then when I came back, I started doing, selling stuff on the internet. And slowly but surely, I made enough money to be comfortable. And then around that time, I started writing because I'd always written. I'd written in college, and I always did well. And I just got it in my head to write about the moikat chuak, which is a bare knuckle. Actually, they wrap rope around the hands, or nowadays it's more like hand wraps, and then they fight. And that's in the eastern part of Thailand. And I just thought, man, this is really cool. I should write about this. And I just happened to, I mean, I was in my hotel room, and I called up Black Belt Magazine. I called up a couple different magazines, and I actually sold articles to like 3 different magazines. And then I thought, you know what, if I was taking photos, I've always done photography, and I studied it in school when it was, when you studied how to do it with film. And I thought, I've always been a pretty good photographer. I need to step it up and try to make some money from it. And that's what I did. And then between the writing and the photography, I was able to make money. And then because of my knowledge of boxing and being involved in it when I was younger, I got a job working for somebody involved in boxing, and then that's flexibility. You got to be willing to do things you might not want to do. I didn't want to teach English, but I was like, man, I gotta make ends meet. I don't know any other way to do it. So you got to be open. That's why I was thinking about the word tolerant, but you need to be flexible, and you need to be flexible with Thai people when you're dealing with them, and you need to be flexible with your schedule. This is not the United States. This is not Europe. Things don't operate the same here, so you need to be flexible. And finally, the last thing goes without saying. It's number 1, actually. Money, number 1. Bring more money and less stuff, and you'll be better off. Believe me, you might be able to scrape by on $700 a month here, but if you got 5,000, it's a lot better. Believe me. Nowadays, I mean, for $1,000, you mean, if you're single and you don't have any bills, you can live here comfortably, but not that comfortably. I'd rather have 10,000 than 1,000. More is better. Bring money. So the 3 things: money, medical insurance, and flexibility. That's what I think you need here to make it. That's all I got. I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok di la jerken mai.